Alright, welcome back everyone, it's your Code King Zaf here. It's time to jump in and do an updated best build guide for Sung JINWOO. That way viewers become as strong as possible. I'll cover your gems, stats, artifacts, runes, and more to ensure you know what to do and what to avoid. But first, I'll make sure if you want free codes like thousands of essence stones and more to support us again because your support was reset this week. That being for the new sports season because every 5.5 weeks your support gets automatically reset. Or to support us for the first time on Marvel's free support program, all you have to do is go to the link down below in the comment section and press that juicy red button. That's after you link your account and you're done. Now you just wait. And once the branded codes come out, they'll be sent to the My page on the website. There is a reason why we're the #1 creator for solving your eyes, because we get the best codes and I make sure every single supporter gets the benefits. And also make sure that you join our Discord server. We have so many free giveaways for supporters that you don't want to miss out on. And also a big shout out to Turbotastic, the first commenter in our last juicy video. Now as we jump in and cover the best build guide for Sung JINWOO, I want our viewers to have a good comparison because you shouldn't really use me as your example. We are very ahead in the game, so right now if you could, in the comment section let us know what your current Sung JINWOO level is and also what your battle tier is. That way everyone has a very good comparison. Right now we are at the 90 battle tier with our max Sung JINWOO power being 700,000. Whoa. That is what we call juicy. So in the comment section, please let us know. I'll cover our shadows as well, and also our armory. That way we have a reference point to see how far you can get, because our shadows, I'm sure, are probably a bit ahead of your general battle tier for a lot of players. If you're starting out, you'll eventually get to that point, don't worry. You'll have over 1 million total power for your army of shadows. It'll be very nice, you'll enjoy it. But I do want to jump in and cover artifacts because that's one of the most important things to get right on Sung JINWOO. Generally right now when it comes to your build, this is the ideal loadout here. 2 infamy, 2 curse, and the rest into expert. The expert set is just so darn good, giving us 100 sacks at 1.6% each. That's 160% attack coming in. But when it comes to the pieces, yes, I do want to show you them so you know what to copy. These are pretty much the stats you want to go for. When it comes to multiple percentage bonuses in attack, you want at least +3 on your main pieces. Otherwise, well, you're losing out on a bunch of attack. And you want to make sure when it comes to your substats that they're attack percentage and not additional attack. For Sung JINWOO, you get so much more benefit if they're the percentage variant, so please keep that in mind. You always want to go for the percentage stat when it comes to your substats down below. You can see just how high they become. We're talking over 30%. Oh baby, that is what we call juicy. Boom, all these stats right here. This is for your reference. That we have a sense what to expect. +4 right here, +3. We have another +4 here. Wow, oh wow. And for our stats overall, you want to have a balance as well. Right here you can see we have a lot of stats to consider. When it comes to crit rate, that's a very important stat because you might not know this. When it comes to targets you face, they have a hidden crit resistance. That means just getting 50% is not ideal. You'll actually get a nerfed crit rate if you are just at the 4,300 mark, which results in the 50% marker coming in. You want more crit, otherwise your crit will not have the proper percentage. The goal to look for is around the 8,000 plus mark. That'll be good for most content in the game, but the more the merrier. You can see I've close to the 10,000 mark. It does become very useful, trust me. And when it comes to critical damage overall, you want to go for above the 200% mark. The higher you go, the more diminishing returns you get, which means the more stats you have into it, the less of a result you get. So around the 210 mark honestly should be your max overall. But once you get to late game, as you can see, we get a lot of crit damage coming in, whether from our boots or cores. We get a lot of crit damage increase. But when it comes to defense spend and damage increase, generally for most content in the game, you do want a balancing act coming in. So ideally you would just balance your defense spend and damage increase. In my case, I'll go for 30% of each, but it's very tough to do. More damage increase is honestly fine because not every enemy needs defense spam, but overall these are stats you want to go for. A lot of crit damage, a decent amount of crit above 8,000, and of course defense spam damage increase around the 30% mark each to ensure your JINWOO damage is maximized. But what about your stats? These are very important to consider, and there is a lot of considerations to make. When it comes to early game content, I want to make sure that you go all strength all the time, but once you progress and your power is no longer in the red, you want to go for intelligence because your skills will deal so much damage, so the bonus cooldown is going to become so clutch, right? So generally, as you progress, you want to go for around the 200 to 220 intelligence mark. You can use less if you want, but I go for around the 220 mark because a lot of you do use into it. So 220 is the way to go, and the rest into strength. You don't really need too much perception, though you can put some in it. A lot of you will be at a power deficit, which means more in the stat won't give you too much of a benefit, so keep that in mind. Perception, although very good, you don't need to put too much into the stat because our gems do come in clutch for that. So your stats right now, intelligence and strength, that is the way to go. But I should mention, when it comes to your gems, very important, your gems will make or break your account because percentage is the way to go. That influences your shadow power as well, giving you a ton of army total power. Trust me, if you switch over, your power in the army will skyrocket, right? That's how we have over 1.7 million power coming in on our shadows. You want to go percentage gems all the time, but when it comes to your other gems, that's kind of up to you. When it comes to your purple gems, as you can see, we have mana and also mana consumption reduction to ensure we get a balancing act because they work perfectly together. So I would recommend, as you can see right here, we have 1, 2, 3, and let me go to page 1 right here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana consumption reduction. You can go 7 if you want, with the rest into straight mana. But when it comes to our orange gems, well, that's a different story. I would recommend going crit damage and also precision. Defense pen only works if the guild boss is basically focused on it. Otherwise, defense pen, not really the best set to choose. Crit damage and precision is the way to go to ensure you get the right damage output on JINWOO. Precision is honestly very important because it maximizes your damage output, reducing your minimum damage amounts to ensure your DPS is very consistent and there's not too many road bumps when it comes to dealing proper damage. So do try to keep that in mind. You do want a decent amount of precision. In our case, on Sung JINWOO right now, I believe we're at the 90% mark. That way our minimum damage numbers aren't too low and our maximum damage numbers come up more often. Precision is a very overlooked stat. It's one of the most important stats in the game that we can't really find on too many sources. It comes to our stats, our weapons, and our gems. Those are the main ways to boost your precision. But when it comes to the best weapons, I'm sure you're wondering what to run. You do not want to run the DKD and the Neo's War. I just want to show them off because these skins are so nice. I mean, come on, right? Look at these juicy skins right here. If you're starting out, there's one combo in the game that's so overpowered, that being the Stormbringer of the Quarterstaff. These two weapons, when combined together, deal absolute tons of damage, clearing almost every piece of content in the game. Even if you're at power deficit, you will rock the monster's world, trust me. This is such a good combination. But if you want to go for more conventional options, the Stormbringer and the Demon King's daggers, that is such a good combination. The Stormbringer as a weapon on Sung JINWOO is pretty much one of the first weapons you want to get. To the A5 mark, the damage increase on it, and the passive Sue. Oh, trust me, I love using this weapon. The bonus damage taken on a target, and the passive right here, dealing 3,200% of Sung JINWOO's attack as damage. Oh, I love it. So make sure you run the Stormbringer and any other weapon. Really, it does work out, even with the Scythe, even with the Plum, even with honestly any weapon. The Stormbringer does work out. But how about the other elements? Well, when it comes to water, one of the best options is of course the Scythe and obviously the Allen's Orb. The Allen's Orb is such a good buffing weapon. It skyrockets your water damage on Sung JINWOO and buffs up your weapons and your skills, so a very good weapon to have. But the Scythe is the way to go. This weapon is very good for buffing you early on, giving you passive based on a very simple blessing zone. We're talking 30% damage increase and also crit damage coming in very simply by equipping the Wolf Assassin Blessing Zone. The isolation bonus is a must, okay? If you're starting out, it's practically a cheat code. So these two weapons right here, very good options. When it comes to fire category, there's pretty much 3 weapons you want to have. That being this right here, the Fan of the Fire Demon. The buffs on this weapon are a must. And also when it comes to the spear, the Radiru Clan's double-edged spear. The bonus damage on it is so nice, and the breaks. It is a fantastic weapon. And of course the Neo's War. If you want defense pen and bonus damage coming in, a very good option. These 3 weapons are the ones you want to run. when it comes to the Phoenix Soul, not a good option. This weapon has kind of fallen off, and its use overall, I don't like to use it. It is a very clunky weapon, but when it comes to our light category, my gosh, we have pretty much two staples right here, that being the quarterstaff and also the sword of the hero. These two together deal so much damage in the light category. The sword of the hero, however, unfortunately, is a collab weapon that you can no longer get. So if you don't have it, don't worry. You have other options, of course, when it comes to, you guessed it, the event SSR. This is actually not a bad weapon for buffing up your stats, especially in the light category. The Huntsman too, you could use it, but I would say if you want a weapon with the quarterstaff, the Stormbringer works out perfectly. The Water Scythe as well. These are fantastic options for boosting your damage. The quarterstaff is a versatile weapon, working across every single loadout and every single Sung JINWOO build, so give it a try. One of the best weapons in the game. But when it comes to the dark category, there's really not too many good weapons here. The Plumflower Sword is alright. It's kind of taking a backseat as of late, but the Moonshadow is a very good weapon, providing buffs and major damage increases. You can use these two weapons together if you want to boost your Sung JINWOO damage output, but right now, the dark category is lacking. The damage for Sung JINWOO with the element is just a bit too weak, so I wouldn't really focus on your dark weapons. Besides the Moonshadow as a global buffing weapon, the other weapons here, especially the Zeke's Fragment, are not weapons you get. And when it comes to, I think, actually we covered, every single category. Wind as well, like I mentioned before. You want the Stormbringer and the DKD, but the long sword does work. Not a bad weapon. The skin as well, looking so good. Unfortunately, yes, these are event skins. You cannot get them again if you're watching this later on, but don't worry, they are just skins. They don't provide us any damage increase, which is one of the most annoying features any gacha game could have. Skins that add stats is a huge no-no in my books. And on the topic of no-nos, I do want to jump in and cover Sung JINWOO's cores. These are so important to get right. On Sung JINWOO, as mentioned before, yes, you do want to go attack percentage on your cores as well to ensure you get as much attack in as possible. Let me show you. I do want our viewers to have a good reference point. Let's go to our stats right here. We have 64.9 thousand attack, but if we swap out, let's see, how much attack do we lose right here? I'm guessing around 1,200 watch. Equip. Let's swap back. And yeah, basically around 1,200 attack was just lost by a simple core swap. So you do want to go percentage all the time, but what about the other substats here? Well, that's up to you based on your overall Sung JINWOO stats. You can go damage increase, you can go crit damage, you can go defense pen if you want, even mana if you need it. You want to make sure your substats match the current Sung JINWOO loadout, otherwise you're going to miss out on tons of damage. You want to balance your stats like I mentioned before, otherwise your damage will falter. And I should mention, when it comes to your middle and bottom core, you do want to go the flat route, not percentage. We go attack percentage because we have a lot to scale off of, but when it comes to your defense, there's really not too much. So you do want to go flat here, and HP as well. You want to go flat to ensure you get the maximum bonus applied, otherwise Sung JINWOO will basically be a bit too squishy. The bonus HP here and the bonus defense do come in clutch. But that's the cores right here. The top one, the crit percentage core, is one of the best on Sung JINWOO, giving you 10% bonus crit rate. My gosh, that is what we call juicy. The middle core as well. This one's not too bad, giving you a percentage shield based on your skill usage, using your attack as the scaler. When it comes to score here, it's pretty good too, but it uses your HP, so you do get less of a shield. So this brand new core here is the one to use. And when it comes to your bottom core, there's pretty much 3 cores that you can use. This core here to give you bonus power gauge. It does help your ultimate come up much faster. And this core too, honestly, if you're low on mana, the purple core does work out perfectly, with this core 2 being viable if you want bonus break coming in. If you're not breaking the target, this is a very good option. It's decent for the battlefield time and general content where the other 2 cores don't come in clutch. This one will come in very handy but overall this core here is a very good one to use. The power gauge to get ultimate up will come in very handy, but when it comes to being handy, well, your skills do come in hand. I have no idea where I came up with that, but when it comes to your runes overall, there's a few skills you'll use very often. When it comes to the piercing thrust, the water version and the fire version are staples. As you can see, these two skills deal so much damage for their respective elements. They are just so darn strong. And when it comes to skill here, that being the dagger rush, there are two good options here. The water version is good for teamfight modes to boost the damage the target takes, a very nice increase that is a multiplying bonus, and this skill here as well. The Dagger Rush Dark version is good for mob clear. The damage is fine. It isn't the best skill in the game, but it's pretty good for mob clear overall. And when it comes to, you guessed it, Sonic Stream, one of our longest standing skills, we do have the Dark version here, that being Magnifying Slashes, the best dark skill we have. It is so darn good, you want to make sure to use it for dark content, otherwise you're missing out on major damage. And this skill here, not too bad, giving you some wind damage overall. And the fire version is okay too. There's a better fire skill out there, that being this right here, the Dagger Toss Detonation with the Firestorm Kick. It is one of our staples right now. The damage output is bonkers. The light version too, not too bad as well. It is very usable. These two skills, however, not really ones we equip very often, if ever. This skill was used momentarily for the guild boss due to the bonus crit rate, but otherwise not really used. These skills as well, not really touched too often. When it comes to vertical arts, however, the water version, the fire version, very good for the battlefield time. They are skills we use very often. And when it comes to cutting rush, again, just a battlefield time skill, not one we use often. These skills pretty much never use. When it comes to Death's Dance, so yeah, not bad. The light version for battlefield time, it is viable because we get bonus crit damage coming in, very juicy. And for mob clear, you guessed it, the Commander's Touch. This skill is so good for battlefield time and for mob clear. Black Hole as well, not too bad. It does increase in its damage overall. The more targets you suck up, giggity, the more damage you deal, so not a bad option. And of course, Armor Break, a fantastic breaking skill for the water, wind, fire, and also light categories, a very good option. For the wind, however, it's such a good skill. The bonus damage taken on a target, a multiplying buff that we use across so many game modes, it is a staple. The water and fire versions, not too bad too, they're usable. The light version, it's fine too, all these skills are fine, but the wind version is the best right here, giving you bonus damage on a target, multiplying your damage on JINWOO, and also your hunters. But I guess because we mentioned hunters, let's jump in and cover the best supports in the game for Sung JINWOO. There's a lot of options out there. When it comes to light hunters, honestly, there are two fantastic options in here. Laura with her whip, oh baby, love to use her, a very good option. And also Min right here, the damage increase on this boy, crit rate, crit damage, oh, one of the best units in the game for every single team out there. And honestly, the light version of Chaw, not too bad. Her support skill is honestly decent, so a hunter you can use for the bonus crit rate and crit damage. It does come in clutch, but overall, Min and Laura, fantastic options. Laura with these shields coming in will make sure you practically never die, just like these sports right here. We have free run, oh my gosh, her shield is crazy. One of the best supports for Sung JINWOO, especially if you're dying. But when it comes to her boosts, they're fine, but these shields, oh, it is so good. You want to run her. She is a fantastic option for your workshop. If you're struggling, she will help you out a ton. Just like Malin right here, the bonus damage on her is great, and also the overall support capabilities across every single team, and also your JINWOO team as well, a fantastic hunter to use. But when it comes to the fire team, not too many hunters on here. Yuki is good in SO2, but the other hunters here we don't use too much. But otherwise for this category, there's not really too many meta support options. The fire team when it comes to supports is a bit lacking, but still, the breakers come in clutch. The bonus damage on their support skills and passives are just honestly second to none. And the same thing goes for our wind team right here. Goto is a very good option. Goto as a breaker and a buffer is honestly not too bad for Sung Jinwoo, so you can run him for the breaks, and also the bonus break duration. His support skill comes in amazingly clutch, trust me. You want to give it a try. Goto as a support breaker is honestly one of the GOATs out there, but when it comes to the real GOATs, with her 2 big passives right here, she is such a good support. One of the staples on our team. As you can see right here, we have so many buffs coming in. We're talking damage increase, we were talking crit rate and crit damage. Trust me, run Isla and you will not regret it. I mean, come on, right? Just look at her. Anyways, I digress. Let me jump into our shadows as well. When it comes to shadows, honestly, there's pretty much 2 shadows you want to run. That being for their Shadows Authority, of course. Igris giving us one of the best bonuses in a game. We are talking a crit rate increase. Oh, baby, gimme. One of the best options out there. Otherwise, for Sung Jinwoo, I would recommend running Biru because, yeah, we get bonus attack and also bonus crit damage coming in. But when it comes to support shadows, yes, you do want to run Serbi. Serbi is one of the best because we get a permanent damage increase on target of 5%. Very nice. And Biru as well. They are a very good option even if you don't have them as the main shadow. You get a bonus 5% damage taken on a target. It's only for 20 seconds, but it comes up very often. A very good option. But besides that, yes, the other best option is Bestie. Who guessed it? Bestie for the defense pen bonus is honestly not too bad. You can run it for the bonus. And also, yeah, Skull. Skull is good because the 5% right here does stack with our Shadow Step, giving us a lot of bonus. Wait, if I can find it right here, there we go. Giving us a lot of bonus damage. The lower the target's defense, the more damage output you can cause, but the issue is, Skull does have an issue getting the passives off, but when it comes to Rune Serbi and also Bessie, they get the passive off so much easier. It is always up when you summon these shadows, so these are the ones I recommend, with Skull being a use case in very rare instances. Not a shadow I recommend too much. These 3 shadows here will be your staples in the sport category, with Igris being one of the best for their Shadows Authority. The crit rate cannot ever be replaced. But I do want to jump in and cover our Blessing Stones too. These are obviously, you guessed it, very important. Reawakening is pretty much one of the best options out there. This one is a staple on Sung Jinwoo. This one will carry you, of course, because you can spam your skills more often. Your weapons and your skills overall can be spammed more, giving you more damage output. This Blessing Stone results in the most damage increase across every single option here, but Bloodlust honestly not too bad as well, reducing the target's defense, ensuring you get more damage out on Sung Jinwoo, just like Sharp Perception, one of my staples as well. Getting more crit on our boy is a must, right? Crit rate, as you know, does get reduced if the target does have the hidden crit resistance, which results in less damage and also less consistent damage output. So Sharp Perception does fix that. But other options out there, honestly, there's a few you can use just like Boss Slayer, giving you bonus damage on bosses by 29%, not too bad. You do get diminishing returns, but still not a bad option. We do have attack options here too. Acrobat, honestly not too bad. If you don't get hit, a very good option. The same goes for, you guessed it, the brand new Blessing Stone Power Surge. It's good because if you have a shield, you get the bonus applied no matter what, which is an astounding 18% at the heroic mark, which, as you can see right here, when compared to our Transcendent options, is pretty much the same, right? 2% off. At the Legendary and also Transcendent mark, it becomes so much better. And as long as your shield is up and your HP remains the same, you'll get the bonus coming in very OP. But besides that, yeah, we have Intuit, giving you bonus attack, very nice, which scales off your other sources, coming in clutch, trust me. And we are one as well. It is perfect for, you guessed it, team fight modes to boost your team's overall damage. But when it comes to our defensive options, there's pretty much staples in here. Life is one of the ones you always want to use. The bonus shield at the start of the battle is so useful, ensuring you don't get knocked around right away, and also it's right here, giving you shields when you spam your weapon skills, so the bonus shield does come up all the time. And this right here, honestly, if you want more shields coming in, Dual Guard is one of the best options in the game, and also the bonus defense 42% is huge. It boosts your survivability by a ton, just like daily quest completion. This one is still so good if you want to kind of, take your eyes off the battle. If you die, no worries. You'll come back alive and you'll be set to hopefully not die again. We also have this right here. When it comes to Kasaka Steel skills, giving you a major reduction in damage you take, and also a bonus shield effect, working with every single blessing zone here, ensuring you practically never die, and aggressive defense as well. You do want the shields always coming up, because on your Spore Hunters, you will have the Guardian set on them to ensure you get the bonus 10% damage increase, which will ensure JINWOO gets buffed up. Oh, I absolutely love these juicy blessing zones, ensuring Sun JINWOO never dies, and to ensure he gets the right damage increases. And very quick, I do want to jump in and cover artifact sets one more time, because on Sun JINWOO you do have other options. These ones are pretty much the staples across almost every single game mode, but when it comes to Obsidian, honestly, you can run it. If the battles are short, this is the ideal loadout here, and if the battles require defense pen, you do want to run the arm set. This one comes in clutch, okay? It is one of the best options in the game. If the target has a ton of defense, this will reduce it by a ton, but not one really used so often. These are the ideal sets right here, ensuring your damage scales over time, especially for longer battles. These sets right here come in clutch, but you can use, if you want, that being for more power, 4-piece Curse or 4-piece Infamy. This will increase your power, because when you match sets, you do get bonus power coming in. Let me show you, for example, right here. We have 651,000 power right here, but if we swap our sets to a 4-piece, let me just quickly do that right here. There we go. We have Curse right there. And let's do one more Curse piece here. Let me find one. This one should work fine. Equip and watch. Our power did go up, so that's a very good option. You can pretty much run an 8-set or 4-piece and 4-piece set to increase your power by a ton. Artifact levels do matter too, so make sure they are maxed out. But I do want to jump in and cover your armory here. The armory is very important. You want to make sure, of course, to max them out, not one at a time, but all together. If you max them out one at a time, you will get diminishing returns because your value back is not ideal. If you go plus 10 one at a time, you're gonna lose out on major value, so please don't do it. I'll put up a chart right here showing you the values of every single upgrade so you know exactly what to do. I believe when it comes to level 5, 6, and 7, you can jump between one of your levels there because the cost does get reduced, so keep that in mind. The chart is right here for you. That way you maximize on your power, otherwise you're going to regret it. Marks of time are not easy to get. But besides that, I pretty much covered everything in this video. There is one more thing I do want to cover when it comes to hunters. On Sung JINWOO Spore Hunters, you do want to run specific sets on them to ensure you get the right bonuses coming in, such as the blessing set. You want to ensure at least one hunter has the blessing set on them. And when it comes to other options, yes, let me jump into Mint, for example. Mint should have a different set right here to show you the best options. Let me go to him and boom. You do want the Guardian set, preferably a 4-piece set. Let me equip that, boom. 4-piece Guardian and 4-piece Self-Blessing, a very good option as well. And the other option will be, I have to find another support, give me a second if they have it. Another option will be the 8-piece Calculator set to get more, you guessed it, attack increase on Sung JINWOO. So these are options you can use to maximize the bonuses on our boy to ensure your sports buff him up. But I believe we covered, wow, everything when it comes to our boy JINWOO. Wow, my voice is cooked right now. We've been talking for like half an hour, if not more. So please, everyone, if you enjoyed, drop a like, subscribe to the channel that way. I do know you want more content like this, and also jump in and support us if you have yet to get all the free codes that are coming your way. We are talking essence zones and more. Oh, baby, you don't want to miss out. Supporting is 100% free, and your support was reset last week for the brand new season. Every 5.5 weeks, everyone's support gets taken off, so you want to jump in support again that way. You do not miss out. But on that note, everyone, this was your Code King Zaf signing out. I'll catch you in the next juicy video, of course.